Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 3/1/2025. Aries are out. Not a fan of January or February, the Uaries. I don't like them too much, but I do have people, loved ones that have birthdays in those months, so I have to go through them with them. But I don't like the cold that much. I mean, I can deal with it, but a lot of people talk about the sun and how important the sun is, and I'm one of those. I'm a fire sign, so I like, if you know anything about that, there's something to it. Like, people that are in those typically, I think, I found it to be a lot of relevance. There's obviously a lot of stuff that's not, but I do like March. I'm ready for the new year. Fresh. Leave it behind. I think that's an Aries thing too, is that you're just like, let's go. Let's go. There's no reason to keep going backwards. Let's build, let's grow, let's get outside is one of them that I want to try to be more involved with, especially moving forward this summer. I was outside a lot, but I just want to be outside with more purpose. At work, I walk the track like I'm a hamster. I walk around. I try not to look like I'm walking around. And I don't do it when there's people in the store. I try to be, conscious of that. But that's one of my things I've been doing. I don't know, walking around in circles. There's something to it. Waiting for my opportunity basically is what you're doing. But you could sit in the chair, or I try to find stuff to do too. I think it's important to be busy and try to be productive, but there's only so much you can do, and sometimes you're just waiting. And I have found that that's one of the best things that has helped my life, is the opportunity to walk in circles. Yesterday I had one customer, really. I had two customers. The first customer came in, and as I approached, as they were walking in, there was a man and a lady. And the lady throws her hands up and says, "If anybody even talks to me when I walk in here, I think I'm going to break down." And I'm supposed to greet them. So I was like, "You guys go wherever you want to go. If you need anything, let me know." And she was still pretty frazzled just from me saying that, because she just said, if anybody talks to her. So then she adjusted, and I got out of the way, and they went and did a little thing. Apparently, they had a bad customer service experience at the store next door, and they had a whole bunch of money in their pocket. So it was a weird deal where he's basically telling me, "I have all this money I want to spend. If you can find what it was that I was looking at, I'll pay you basically that money and let's be done, because I'm pissed off." So I'm like, "Oh, cool." But it was just a play. He was trying to get the best deal. I think there was some shenanigans going on there. The customer is not always right, and some customers are shady. Anyways, he was going through this whole thing, and then he got a phone call from the place that was apparently the place that did him wrong, and they called and talked to him several times, and he's talking vocally in the store. There's not very many customers in the store, but he's out there talking, and sometimes you want to put a lid on stuff like that, because they're talking about your competitor. If there's a bunch of customers in the store, people don't even realize that kind of stuff. It's so annoying. But I just kind of let it play out, because I'm trying to make a sale. And then I show him everything that I could have done it for, which basically just wasted all of my time. And then they leave and go on and do their thing, and I'll never talk to them again. But I would like to circle back to them. "Hey, if you're watching this video, that was stupid and not cool. You should come back and apologize. Really, you should." All right, I got that off my chest. So my second up was at the end of the day. I literally had 0 customers all day long. It's a Friday in the middle of this is supposed to be a good time, but it's cool. I think tomorrow's going to be busy. It was a weird weather pattern. There's been weird holiday patterns. There's stuff going on in the public that is making everyone pretty uneasy, I think. So, I mean, it's understandable. So I'm just kind of going with the flow. But I have two ladies that come in, and the first thing they say, my first customer really, is we're looking for a lamp. So I let it go. And I'm like, cool, go look for lamps. And they were looking around and they didn't find any lamps really, but they started sitting in recliners and I did a really good job with them. And guess what? They bought two different things, both ladies. And I thought that, it's timing. It's not anything that I did. And so I guess it's a really good story for me because I got a big sale out of somebody that was coming in looking for a lamp. Did I close the sale? Oh, I think I definitely contributed to them buying for sure. There was several things that I said. I thought that I played a really good performance of what I'm supposed to be as a salesperson, which is what we're supposed to do. And they genuinely wanted these things. I just helped them overcome their anxieties of whether they should purchase or not. And they did. And I made money. It was the last day of the pay period, and my last customer, turned a lamp sale into a $4,000 sale, which I make some money off of. Do I make a big deal out of that? Like, should I go and self-promote? When people start being polite to you that used to be rude, take note. When people used to support you and act very cold to you, take note. Note to self, clean the living room, do the things you don't want to do, maybe fold that week old pile of clothes. Note to self, get some exercise, feels bad and you have to try, but as far as I can tell, that's how life goes. And note to self, don't let yourself worry quite as much, it'll end up fine enough, it always has up until now. And something else, you should think of other people a little more. Should have thought of that before, 'cause of everything you've written down. This is the first note that you wrote for someone else. Note to self. When I was writing that lyrics out, and that's Ben Rector, it's one of my favorite songs actually. When I first got divorced, that came on my Pandora, and that really was my first song after I got divorced or after I got separated, when I was trying to sing my way out of depression, really just with me. And but when I wrote it down there, I realized that note to self is what the I that's listening to spirit. That's how I would describe it. So note to self is like praying to Jesus, the Lord and Savior, on your knees when you're praying and you're trying to get in commune. When you're, other people would call it like sipping from the current of Christ consciousness is kind of how I would describe it. It's when you're talking about the third eye kind of thing. I know that's deep, but when I realize that's what note to self is, though. That's what he's doing, is he's like observing himself and letting himself know what he's supposed to do. So when whether it's that one or this one, these two, sees me and hears me, I often talk about that. There's a person that's talking, and then there's a person that's, I don't know if you say person. Someone is hearing what you are saying, and that is, there's three parties going on, I think, basically, even though they're all really part of the same party. And it's just a distinction of perception of where you are in your awareness. Where are you using the point? Are you using it from here? I think maybe you can use it from your heart, probably from your gut, but also from here. There's different points where you connect, and all of them, even to the ground, I think. That's why grounding is so important. Oh man, we're 9 minutes and 31 seconds into this. I talk about this later, it's funny. So let me read what I wrote here. When I sees me and hears me and feels me asleep into death. When we wake, I sees me in my reflection, self-reflection, and the echo. Does the rock not speak, record when we call into echo? The highest number or the lowest or the most average, the mean, the median, the most common? Am I common? I would say safely that I am not common. When people talk down to me, I find myself. When people look up to me, I often get lost. I would much rather meet eye to eye. I have been much more prone to eye contact recently and paying attention to that. The handshake has kind of been broken by COVID. I think that might have been one of the big things from COVID. It broke the handshake. What do you think? All right, so let's see. Where are we at? We're on 7. Let's try to get it together here. I still have a day I have to work today. It's so weird. My life now is getting like broken up into like different things. So I have a work person. I have the person I'm trying to be for my kids. I am just in my general life. There's a person I'm trying to be for the Creator or God or following the way, which all is supposed to be the most intent. That's the one that you're following the most. But in that, you have to play these other parts. I have found that if I square up with good balance in everything that I do, I am very adaptable and very much enjoy flowing. I like to be adaptable into what's going on because I feel like I can handle pretty much anything. I'm a pretty good juggler. I am very good at multitasking, but sometimes I just get out of practice. That was one of my best features when I was really humming, was I am very good at dealing with several different things going on at once. In fact, I'm probably at my best peak when I'm doing that. Not so much when I'm walking around doing nothing, but that's okay too, because I've been trying to figure out a way to utilize that, and that's been gaining strength. So when you have downtime, just figure out how to maximize it to the best of your benefit, really. I'm getting in great shape. I don't like too much structure. I do not like rules. I never have. I think they are not needed, and we should strive for not needing more rules. We should be striving for less rules, less rulers. And that is why I struggle so. But struggle is not necessarily negative. I don't care what you say anymore. I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life. That's what I found. This is my life. I know I need to start singing again. I get a little serious sometimes, and people that are close to me, what I have noticed in my life, and I wanted to center on this because I think it's true. People that have known me in my life, they don't like my singing. All of them. Pretty much everybody I've ever known, now that I think about it, while they've been in relationships with me, have asked me, mocked me, or downright yelled at me to stop singing. Many of them with no regard to my feelings at all. So I try not to sing in public because it offends people, apparently. But when I'm happy, I like to sing. When I'm sad, I like to sing. I even like to sing when I'm angry. I like to sing when I'm feeling sexy. Why? It sure as fuck isn't because the people that love me encourage me to sing. That's for sure. I can tell you that without doubt. I do have some outlets though. Karaoke, and I never know how to spell that dang word. That's by design probably. It does give people the chance to sing in public, even though they get mocked, and that is an opportunity for me as a person that has no band. I heard a song last night, that one-man band song. I don't want to be a one-man band. I really don't. I would like to be involved and just use my voice a little bit and have fun. I think that's part of it too, is like the singer that doesn't play an instrument is like, you're not allowed to do that, dude. You're not that good of a singer. You don't get to just get a part of this. We worked really hard. But I just think, I don't know. I try hard to sing, and I have never had much interest in playing an instrument. I'm not acclimated for it for some reason, I don't feel like. And people can say it's just because it's the same thing with construction work and stuff like that. Like, you could do it if you just get yourself in there. I understand that. Do you think I don't understand that? but there are things that I'm good at and there's things that I'm not. And there's a lot of good people around here that can do the things way better than I can. Why do I need to learn how to do that? To make myself a better man? I hate that shit. That pisses me off. That's what you're doing. You're calling me less of a man than you. Fuck off. I am who I am. I'm good at what I am. That really annoys me. And I want to say it sometimes when people do it. I want to call them right on it and just be like, you know what, dude? Go flip it. I sing because and I think also when you're standing on stage and you're singing, everybody thinks that you're doing this. That's how I hit my shot. Like it's not to be a star, but it's to feel like a star, to feel how that feels whenever you're really doing something that you love to do really well. And you can't do that all the time, but that's what our moments are for, and that's what I'm trying to do is find myself in that. So I don't know. I went off the rails. I find it very humorous that when I sat down this morning, I really didn't want to do this video. I'm not sure if I'm shadow banned or what, but my views have dropped. And I've kind of stopped trying. What I usually would do is I'd get on here and I'd watch it like 4 or 5 times on 2 different things to spur it up a little bit. And I had 2 different likes. I could possibly do 4 likes if I really want to, but I don't want to play all that. I'm not here to play games. I'm gonna put my stuff out there and I'm going to watch it once maybe just to make sure I'm good. And I do pull videos sometimes when I feel like I've crossed lines. And I started pulling them before because I thought when my videos drop so deep that I'm offending people, so maybe I should shut up. But I've stopped doing that. I'm like, whatever. So this is my life anyways. I don't care. I'm going to sing because I enjoy singing. I'll try to be appropriate with it. But I love it. And the Tao, I love the Tao because it's great. That's how I'm ending this, I guess. It's not sour. I'm pretty excited about life. I have been hurt by a lot of people, it seems like I said, but I think it may be my appearance, like I'm fine. I look like I'm good. My mom always had that with me too. I always felt like my mom treated me like, it don't matter, he'll figure it out. That's how I felt like my mom always treated me. And that's given me my ability to do what I'm doing, is that kind of faith in me that even when I screw up, it's like, he'll figure it out. It's no big deal. And I should take that as an honor. And I think part of my life I've felt like maybe I needed a little more help. But it wasn't her responsibility. She gave me way more help than most people get. So that's not even, you can't even say something like that. It's not even sayable. Yeah, I mean, I've been given my whole life, everything. There was so much love. And my parents, I don't know that my mom ever told me, she probably told me I could be annoying to stop singing. I don't remember my dad really ever telling me to stop singing. I wouldn't sing too much around him. Maybe I sing too much to be annoying sometimes, or I'm in a good mood and people just don't like to see me in a good mood. I think that's a lot of it too. Like, I'm in a bad mood, quit freaking singing. But one of my favorite songs to open the mornings with is Here Comes the Sun. And I love that. I think that's a good way to start your day. Or finding a good song to start your day is a good way to get going. So one that could be used is Today is a new day to start again. Maybe I should make that like a ringtone for my one person out there. I could have it as my own anyways. Hope everybody has a great day out there. Do great. Be great. Be grateful. Have an awesome day.